Have you ever met an up-and-coming pop star, a science fiction novelist and content creator that's getting her work put on a payload to be sent onto the moon? Well, I have. Her name is Samantha, and she's also known as Vinci.
What is your favorite retro game?
Super Mario and Legend of Zelda, if that's retro.
That is retro. Yes, absolutely. And if you're playing any games at the moment, or what books are you reading?
Okay, I got answers for both. I'm playing Helldivers 2 on PlayStation. So good. And I'm also playing Fortnite, because we can talk about this later, but I'm putting out a Vinci Fortnite UEFN game, so I'm studying Fortnite. And then I actually have my book here, I'm all prepared, but I'm reading this right now.
Oh wow, Ray Kurzweil, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Singularity era. I'm a member of Abundance 360, and I saw Ray Kurzweil speak at the Abundance conference led by Peter Diamandis. So got to prep for the technological singularity, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay, I like how you prepped in the book. That was awesome. Let's talk about Vinci. Tell me everything. Like, tell me, how did you come up with it? How do you start? How do you begin something like Vinci?
Well, first of all, Vinci was inspired by Leonardo da Vinci, the Renaissance polymath, because I am multifaceted in the way I think, and I thought that was the best name to resemble my aspiration for bringing all different forms of media and disciplines together. And then Vinci became my alter ego stage persona, and then she became a digital avatar character in the Metaverse and in gaming platforms. And so Vinci, she's a fictional, super sentient AI superheroine warrior with angelic properties from the intergalactic future.
Wow, so much packed into that sentence there. Okay, so when did you actually start this? What year did you start thinking about Vinci, and when did you start putting this into action?
Yeah, I started it in 2018. That's when the character was created and the brand name.
Wow.
I've written a science fiction novel. It's going to the moon, and there'll be games based off it. There's a full album that feels like a musical based on the content of the novel. There's immersive stage show performances, XR performances, and I would love for it to turn into a movie. Well, actually, I'm wearing my novel right now. This is 500 pages packed into this necklace, which is made out of nanofiche. And so the original copy, this is the replica, is going to the moon later this year in partnership with NASA's Astrobotics Griffin lander payload mission. And it's really exciting. And so nanofiche is this space-age archival storage technology. It's nano-nickel gold backed. So the idea is it can withstand solar radiation. You can throw it in lava, it'll still last. So the idea is that they're creating a museum on the moon. And it really is mind-boggling to think that as I was sending that PDF and that it'd be turned into nanofiche, that this will last a very long time. So if there's a typo, everyone will know or no one will know. But it was such an honor and a privilege, and that came about because I'm an artist in residence at Interstellar Foundation. So Interstellar Foundation, it's a registered nonprofit, basically trying to take on the work of Carl Sagan, what they did with the original Golden Record with the Voyager. But there are several micro missions. So one just landed yesterday on the moon, the first ever private space company, and Interstellar Foundation was a part of it, amongst other companies as well. And it's all about sending, communication messages to space and representing all the diverse voices of humanity, as well as our hopes and dreams for the future. So I really see it like one large art project.
Level 3.
What creative tools do you use on a daily basis? Speaking of creative tools, Beyond the Pixels has teamed up with Blackmagic Design for this season's podcast, where they've given us free DaVinci Resolve Studio licenses to give away to lucky viewers of this podcast completely free. Now here's how you can enter to win one of those studio licenses. And seriously, it takes less than 30 seconds. Firstly, like this video. Second, subscribe to this channel. Lastly, leave a comment on this episode as well as other episodes from this season. Just share your favourite moment, insight or guest story that resonated with you. Now the more episodes you engage with, the better your chances. And trust me, there's some epic stuff coming. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, Ableton Live is my main one because I'm a music producer. Yeah, and so definitely spent more than 10,000 hours on that program. And I'm super nerdy as well when it comes to the mixing and mastering side of it. So spend a lot of time virtually, with plugins and UAD software and plugins, and I love my Genelic speakers and Neumann microphone, and yeah, that's my main pipeline for music production. And then in terms of visuals, Unreal, of course, UE5. Cinematic sequencer I spend my most time in terms of acting like the director and working out camera movements and exporting that.
So, bonus level now. This is a fun one. So if you were told you only have one meal to have, and it's the one meal that's going to be your last meal. It can be anything you ever wanted, but you can only have that one meal. What would it be?
That's so hard.
It is.
It's like the hardest question out of this entire podcast, funnily enough. I would say like the world's freshest sushi or something.
Sushi, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I have such a diverse taste buds. I can't think of one thing on the spot. I was almost going to say like Swiss chocolate, but then I was like, that's not a meal. That's a sweet.
Not a meal. Not a meal. I think the sushi's good because it comes with a bit of wasabi, bit of ginger, soy sauce.
Yeah, like really fresh sushi. Yeah.
Fresh sushi. Very specifically fresh sushi.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. Like any young person that's breaking into the music industry, or just not music, it can be creative industry, what would you give them? Like if you had like 3 or 4 tips to give, what would those be?
Great question. I would say follow your intuition, listen to that inner voice, because when you're in touch with knowing thyself, then you become your most authentic self, and then you're able to contribute the most to the world, because there's only one version of you. So there's no point trying to copy or try and being someone else. The most love and light that you can give to the world is when you do the inner work and you realize, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And when you can harness that, then you're able to tackle all the daily tasks of like, what are the tools that I will use to achieve this creatively? But it always starts with the bigger picture, which is your purpose. I would also say as a tip, if someone says stay in your lane, don't listen to them, because I find the most value I've had in my career is when I've combined different disciplines together and had, unique neural pathways and neural connections come together from trying different industries and different forms of media, and that's when you can have a unique contribution to the world. And also not be afraid to be a beginner. Yeah. I was a beginner when I started out for music production. I was a beginner when I started out with Unreal Game Engine, and it can feel very daunting. I was definitely the class clown when I did my music production course. I was asking all the stupid questions on day one, and fast forward to now, and obviously I feel like an expert. So if you stick at it and you do more than the 10,000 hours, you have grit and persistence and also belief in yourself, then you'll get far in life.
Definitely believe in yourself. I love that. These are really good tips. Wow, these are really good tips. I mean, you made it, Samantha. You made it through. You finished the game. Woo! Game over! So thanks so much for being on this. Really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, so thank you.
And I'm afraid that's all we got time for in this episode. But if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe. See you on the next one.